Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Cropper here. How to go about this? Let's see. I tried to be nice. Then I was strawmanned and insulted. I'm not going to take that, as nice as I was trying to be. My characterization of Aaron as being enslaved by freedom and emotions, my characterization of that has been said to be unfair, illogical, an attack on him for the purpose of winning a debate, and other things in several videos, the most recent of which is Stupid Dumb Straw Men. Then there was one called Straw Men, and then another one called something else. And I'm going to put them all in a playlist, including the videos that I originally addressed to him on the subject. But those of you who get weak when you see a fist fight ought to leave the room. Those of you who want to see a good thrashing, let's go. He says that he does not uphold freedom, which I characterized him as being enslaved by. Now, I don't have to go beyond Education Video 6 of his to completely prove the straw man accusation wrong and rather rude, if I may say so. I put a little bit of effort into my arguments, and for him to dismiss me as straw manning him irrationally and illogically, well, sir, let's just see about what he says. 30 seconds into his Education 6 video, the whole classroom is based on force. He mentions the teacher's authority as proof of this fact. That's fine. Then he says, just after that, we can't pretend this is a free atmosphere where people can share ideas and enjoy themselves. Free atmosphere? Oh, he doesn't endorse freedom? Let's continue. Where people can share ideas and enjoy themselves. Otherwise, some kids would choose to be there. And so, it's forced. And therefore, it is a contrived, horrible, horrible atmosphere. End quote. That was all Aaron. It's a contrived, horrible atmosphere. It's not a free atmosphere. People cannot share their ideas. Okay. Does he endorse freedom? Is he concerned with emotions? Let us continue 1 minute and 10 seconds into Education 6. Quote, they, the students, have to feel free to question your authority, and they just don't. End quote. Now, is this his own experience in the California public school system, or is this a principle that applies to educational institutions as such? Because he needs to clarify his thinking on that just a bit, doesn't he? But that's not the main issue here. He says the students have to feel free to question your authority. And that's not really being free, he says. He continued from something that's not concerned with this. Go watch the video if you want to know what it comes from. He says, and that's not really being free to question the authority. They're not really free to question the authority, even though they sort of are. They're sort of allowed to raise their hand and stuff, right? But they're not actually free to question the authority, because at the end of the day, the teacher is in control of the classroom. Does he or does he not endorse freedom? Now, this is just in education. He said in comments that he believes a group of 6-year-olds, he said to me personally that he believes a 6-year-old should be able to buy liquor and should be able to drive. So there are several witnesses to that in case he comes out, because we don't have him on camera saying that. He says that he doesn't uphold freedom, and then we have him on camera with his own videos. This is a case of severe amnesia. We don't have him on video saying the other, however, but there are witnesses if he happens to deny that. He does say that 6-year-olds should be able to drive and buy liquor. So I think we've established the case on freedom. I did not strawman him on freedom. The fact that he says I strawmanned him on freedom basically means he strawmanned me, and that's not very respectful of him. I think he's being rather rude, disingenuous, and condescending. Let's go on to emotions. Again, in Education 6, we're at 1 minute and 50 seconds. Quote, I think it is important in school, work, anywhere you go, to have an atmosphere where you feel free to question and free to share your ideas and emotions. Otherwise, you're going to repress. And you're not going to like the atmosphere. And you're not going to feel respected. Now, is he concerned with emotions or what? He says you have to feel free to question. Feel free to share your ideas and emotions. Otherwise, you're going to repress. You're not going to like the atmosphere. And you're not going to feel respected. Those are the end consequences and the most important things, obviously, according to his logical analysis. I think he's concerned with emotions, but let's get a bit more in case we're not convinced. 2 minutes and 10 seconds. I'm not just talking about like being free from force. I'm talking about not feeling like you'll become a social outcast. Not feeling like people will intimidate you or make you feel bad. End quote. I think the most revealing thing there is he said, not feeling like people will make you feel bad. You need to be in an environment where you don't feel like people are going to make you feel bad. Not even that they will try to make you feel bad, but just that they won't make you feel bad, period. This needs to be an environment so cuddly and cushy that not only would people not try, they would completely avoid at all times. This is a utopia. It's absolutely impossible utopia. Is he over-concerned with emotions, ladies and gentlemen? I don't think we need to continue very far beyond that. That's Education Video 6, and it's not even 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Now, those of you who just wanted to see me defeat his straw man accusation, that's it right there. That's the end of that proof. But those of you who want to see me thoroughly flog and whip a dead horse, let us now go to Education Video 5, backwards in synchronous order. Education Video 5